I'll explain it to you very quickly. Are you with me on this? Is he there? Rocky, you there?
Rocky's here, yeah.
All right, good. Okay, so here we go. I'll explain the background of this to you. Many people take photographs, either they take them themselves or they use someone else's photograph, and then from that they'll paint a picture. Now, that is not a great way to really translate a scene by taking a photograph, because the photograph it lends itself to literalism. Because my definition of good is not literalism. So there's a lot of latitude that you can give yourself. It doesn't normally come. It's not normally there. In the photograph, it's nothing. But you can take, for instance, there's a tree right in the middle, like this. Well, take the tree out. You can paint that out. You don't have to paint the tree in there just because it's in the photo. Damn, what are you, a robot, a zombie? What's going on with you? So you relax a little bit. You take the tree out, okay? Just take the tree out. So, instead of a photograph, let's go to some location that we find interesting, visually interesting, perhaps. In the ashram. Just fly around the ashram, walk around the ashram, find a good point of view on the ground. On the ground. Not flying in the air. On the ground. Not up on a building. On the ground. Get a good point of view, get a good place to stand, and then looking at that, that's the screenshot. So looking at that, regarding that, you now translate that onto a piece of paper. You can use graphite. You can use ink. You can use pastels. You can use charcoal. You can use crayon. You can use wax and caustic. You can use oil or acrylic, watercolor. Any of those media will work for this project. So then I want you to then take a different angle, slightly different, not big radical, but slightly different angle of the same scene and do another sketch or drawing or painting or whatever you like from that angle. Maybe to the right, then go to the left and take another, and just kind of bracket this and just kind of take different angles, different points of view, and sketch this as if you're sketching from from landscape, because you are, okay. So that's the exercise. You can do 3 drawings or paintings at least. You probably will not be able to stop there, but you can't paint just 3. Because that's fun. It's good. It's very, very, very freeing for you, very liberating for you, because you can go anywhere in Second Life and do a sketch of what you see. Although some of the places I wouldn't sketch for anything. But, you know what I mean? You can go anywhere. You can do anything. Go to old foggy London, you know, and sketch that, some part of it. Because there's a number of London sets up, hand-built. Or you can go around the ashram and just anywhere you want to do that, just set up an easel, as it were. You know, stand there, regard the landscape, and then on your desk, on paper, or on a canvas or a canvas board, go ahead and translate what you want to from that scene. Use whatever you want. You don't have to use, don't be literal, don't be slavish. Whatever you want to use, let it suggest something. Spin off that, maybe abstract it a bit, and so forth. So just have a lot of fun with that. And so it's just like doing a plein air painting, except that your plein air is on your computer screen. Neat? You can go anywhere. If you want to expand that a little further before next week's lesson, do a couple of the like that, and then Google Earth. Go to wherever you want to go and sketch what you see on Google Earth. On the street view. You know what I mean? The street view. Go on the street view, and whisk it around and see what you want to do. Okay? Because that'll be fun for you. That's right from photography. It'll be much more crisp and clear. And you can choose whatever location in the world you want. Yes, they have street views of places you would never... Seriously, Timbuktu. The old camel caravanserai. This piece of shit dive that we used to go down to. They're terrible, terrible drinks. The drinks were lousy. The chips were worse. It was terrible. Yeah, the caravanserai. But tell you what, that's without that we wouldn't have. It was all about what? What was it about? Come on. What was it about? What was the whole world about in those days? The caravanserai around the trade routes. What were we doing? We were trading silks, teas, coffees? No, we were trading salt. Salt. And salt is what makes the world go round. I wanted to talk to you about this before we do the movements. I'm going to mention this to you. Salt is where if every major culture, Babylon, Ur, the Assyrians, the Akkadians, the Phoenicians, every major location of large population, Rome, Athens, has somewhere near it a salt deposit of significant size. Always, without exception. Without exception, you wouldn't believe some of the places in Ethiopia that started this enormous empire. An empire people don't even know about anymore. We almost didn't know about the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was rediscovered. It was forgotten about for hundreds of years and then rediscovered. 1,000 years, really. So, what was I going to... The salt. So, well, the thing is that, for instance, when I had my gourmet restaurants, I had 6 restaurants, one of which wasn't a gourmet restaurant, one of which was a health food restaurant. The others were all gourmet restaurants. And in those gourmet restaurants, the gourmandery required the use of about 20-something different salts. The salts were all different. Every salt that you use is a different thing, totally different. It makes a different thing happen, not just flavors, but it unlocks the food in certain ways. And so without that salt, without those differences of salt, I couldn't get those subtleties in the dishes. With them, I did easily get it. So I was going to put out a selection of maybe 6 salts that are what I call truly great table salts. Truly great. Now, these are table salts and cooking salts. They're not bath salts. They're bloody expensive. And you don't have to buy them. I don't care if you do or not. But I'll make them available to you so you can see what they are, and you can, maybe you don't lust after salts like this. That's fine. No problem.
But if people taste the food that they eat normally without salt, they wouldn't eat it.
Well, not only that, but if people could taste the food rather than cigarettes and coffee, that would be a trip in itself. Speaking of coffee, not cigarettes, but speaking of coffee and tea, there is I can probably get every kind of tea you can think of. Green tea, black tea, herbal tea, every kind. And I can get every brand of celestial seasonings. I can get every and any celestial seasonings item that you could care to name. If it's still made, I can get it. So just let me know what you want with those things. Let's see, what are we doing? Oh, we're doing movements. Oh, well, let's